Pacific.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&D.
KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust, serving Micronesia for over 75 years. Matson Navigation, proud sponsor of FestPac 2016. Cars Plus, Dodge Challenger, the undisputed champion. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. Pacific Solar, and King's Restaurant.
The San Nicolas Way or the highway? Senator Tommy Morrison is talking tough. Ken Quintanilla has that story. And also our Nestor Lecanto reports on the growing concern over slowdown in foreign labor visa approvals. And hundreds of schools deck the halls purple. Isa Baza reports on Purple-licious Day. Good evening in Hafaday, Guam. I'm Jason Salas. These are tonight's top stories. Well, the battle is brewing down at the legislature as a bill to let voters decide whether raises should continue has instead sparked a heated exchange between lawmakers. It's our top story with Ken Quintanilla.
Senator Michael San Nicolas says Bill 280 is a non-starter and is going nowhere.
We're not going to be doing anything that's going to hurt classified employees.
In the last 48 hours, a pair of bills were introduced to let voters decide whether the Competitive Wage Act should continue. Bill 280 would address classified, unclassified, appointed, and elected positions, whereas Bill 281 would exclude the thousands of classified employees and the mayors and vice mayors. Both are referred to the Committee on Finance and General Government Operations, led by Senator San Nicolas.
So at this juncture, because I'm a little concerned about the willingness of some senators to put classified employees at risk on this issue, I'm very, very cautious at this point about moving any of those measures forward right now.
In response, Senator Tommy Morrison has since decided to withdraw his Bill 280. But he's not doing so without criticizing the way San Nicolas has served as a committee chairperson. Morrison says the committee chair has dragged his feet on bills he believes don't comply with, quote, the San Nicolas way or the highway style of leadership.
No one has a monopoly on ideas. And, you know, whether you like the idea or not, for the most part, allow for a public hearing to allow the rest of the community to express their views on the issue. So apparently this type of dictatorship style of confining bills, if it's not my way, then throw it in the trash can.
Morrison says San Nicolas has demonstrated, quote, an absence of responsible leadership beyond comprehension, from holding hostage the confirmation of appointees to delaying action on a bond refinance measure last year. San Nicolas says he's not surprised by Morrison's statements.
Senator Morrison on the floor has a reputation already of becoming verbally abusive when he doesn't get his way. So this is sadly nothing new.
No, I've stayed very, very, very focused on the issues. And, you know, sometimes people get lost in the display of Senator San Nicolas's theatrical movements. He does a really good job with his theatrics.
San Nicolas adds Morrison's criticism will not sway his decision.
But we're not going to be intimidated into doing things the wrong way, no matter what people say about us. This is about serving the people. And if it has to be done in a way where we're going to put up with that kind of abuse, we're going to continue to put up with it because the people put us here and we work for them.
Morrison is hoping by withdrawing the bill, Senator Frank Uggan Jr.'s Bill 281 can hopefully have a hearing instead. In the meantime, San Nicolas says another way to address the issue is to move forward with the override on the governor's veto on his Bill 204, which would repeal raises for all cabinet members and elected officials. That measure, you may remember, was called a bill designed to fail by the group spearheading an initiative to be placed on the November election ballot to put the controversy over elected leaders before the voters. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.
Elsewhere tonight, the mother accused of nearly killing her toddler baby has pleaded not guilty. Earlier this month, Chrissy Manley was arrested along with Joe Duenas Jr. after their baby was admitted to the Guam Regional Medical City for serious injuries indicative of child abuse. Court documents state Manley admitted to striking the baby because he cried too much, and Duenas admitted to holding the flame from a cigarette lighter close to the infant to teach him not to play with the item. Manley remains behind bars on a $500,000 cash bail. Her next court appearance is set for March the 22nd. Meanwhile, the island's new hospital can no longer release the status of the baby's condition as directed by Child Protective Services, who has full custody now of the child. Last we reported, he was moved from critical to stable condition. Trial for 3 defendants in other news accused of health care fraud has been delayed. Guam Medical Transport owners Clifford Shoemake and Casey Connor, as well as company executive assistant Nicholas Shoemake, appeared in federal court this week. They were indicted for allegedly collecting $11 million from Medicare and TRICARE, to which they were not entitled. The three allegedly used the proceeds to pay for vacations and other personal expenses. Trial was initially set for next month, but moved to December to give defense enough time to review volumes of discovery, as well as provide effective representation. It's worth pointing out that already GMT General Manager Jared Atta and Company Billing Manager Trevor Cruz have entered plea agreements with the feds. Despite their guilty pleas, the Shoemakes and Connor have maintained their innocence. Well, alarm is continuing to grow over the recent slowdown in foreign labor visa approvals. The Guam Contractors Association is saying that major construction projects could be delayed or canceled, and costs could skyrocket if the trend does continue. Nestor Lecanto has our next story.
GCA Executive Director James Martinez says he's never seen anything like the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service's apparent crackdown on H-2B visas for foreign workers.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. We really haven't gotten a clear understanding of why they're doing it.
The local labor department says as much as 80% of the visa applications for some 1,800 foreign workers could be affected, but Guam is exempt from the 66,000 worker national cap because of the anticipated military buildup. In fact, as long as they can be justified, local companies can bring in as many foreign workers as needed.
There's going to be a construction boom here on Guam, in the next several years. And so we don't have enough workers, local and U.S. workforce here on Guam to do all that work.
The GCA runs a training academy to try and build up a local and regional skilled workforce, but Martinez says it still can't meet industry needs.
We continue to train our local workforce and try to get them, to the point where, they could do the jobs comfortably and with, some set skills, but we still are going to need more.
And what about mainland U.S. workers? Martinez says they've tried that too in the past.
People from the U.S. would probably come out here thinking they're come to work in paradise, but then, get bored after a while or can't stand the heat or the humidity and end up going back to the U.S.
A labor official says both the governor and the congresswoman are working with Washington to resolve the issue. If they're not successful, Martinez says companies could still probably recruit U.S. workers, but that would likely drive up costs by as much as 3 or 4 times. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Controversy over the Redemptorist Mater Seminary over in Jotnia continues. Land Management Director Michael Borja issued a release this week saying his agency is working with the Attorney General to correct recording errors with the property. He says this week both DLM and the legal counsel for the Archbishop issued 4 certificates of title in favor of the entities identified in the deed. While corrections were made and no additional action would be necessary, as noted in the release, former Senator Bob Klitsky says that he simply does not agree.
They are making corrections on a piece of paper, but they're not really making a correction for the record as we usually understand that. The certificates that Borja finally came up with had the memorandum that should have been on the certificate of title that issued on October 30. Had Borja's deputy done his job on October 30, you and I wouldn't be talking right now.
Also worth noting is former Senator Klitsky was denied documents from Land Management this week relative to the certificate of title. Well, the director of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services District 9, Melissa Stafford Jones, made a visit to the Guam Memorial Hospital this week. During the meeting, Chief Executive Officer Peter John Camacho said that he and Governor Eddie Calvo impressed upon her the dire financial situation plaguing the agency. Calvo's made requests for Medicare rebasements and adjustments, which, if authorized by the feds, could release millions of dollars to Guam's public hospital.
Approximately little over $19 million would become available to Guam based on the rebasing of the reimbursement rate and then also the adjustment on prior year payments that have been made to the hospital. So that would be a significant.
This infusion could offset the $26 million owed to vendors. Camacho said while he understands Health and Human Services has made a commitment to move forward, this meeting did express the urgency to expedite the process. Please stay tuned, everybody. Much more coming up when we return.
Stay connected to the world at home from everywhere you are. Get the KUAM News app for the latest in local news, videos, sports, streaming, Isla 63 AM, weather, and more. Available for free now at the iTunes App Store or Google Play.
Have you gotten paid yet? That's the premium automatic insurance deduction plan from Calvo's Insurance. Paid simplifies your home and auto insurance. No down payment. No more long lines. And you can stretch your payments up to 12 months. Paid is convenient. It deducts from your payroll, your checking account, or your credit card. With Paid, you get up to 65% off your car insurance and enjoy lifestyle club discounts. Life can be easier when you get paid.
Call Calvo's Insurance today and save on your home and auto insurance.
Toriano Barker suffered a heart attack earlier this month and was brought to GRMC.
I felt all the pains before, but this one was crazy, and I went straight to prayer, and I noticed that I'm getting more weaker. I dialed 911 on my phone. When I got here, I remember telling one doctor, he kept asking me all kinds of things to try to keep me talking, keeping me alive, and I started to hear that other people saying, he's going out, he's going out, he's gone. That was the scariest part of my life. Honest, I'm so happy, man. The staff took care of me. They tend to me like they really want to take care of me. You know? These guys saved my life.
A Joint Commission accredited hospital where you're covered by Medicare, Medicaid, TRICARE, as well as Select Care, Stay Well, and Netcare. GRMC, where patients are partners.
It's March Money Madness going on now at Triple J. Make a fast break to Triple J and get 30 seconds to grab for cash in our money machine with every vehicle purchase. Out-of-bounds savings like the all-new 2016 Honda Civic at only $116 per paycheck, or the 2016 Kia Soul or Kia Forte, inclusive of Guam's #1 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Your choice at only $15,995. Visit our Honda showroom in Tamuning next to McDonald's or get pre-approved instantly at carsguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. See dealer for details. Triple J, customers first.
Follow KUAM News on Twitter or become a fan on Facebook to get all your daily headlines from Guam's News Network.
Welcome back to Primetime, everybody. Our beloved First Lady painted the town purple today in conjunction with Relay for Life as part of Purplelicious Day, a day that students from across the island gathered together to take a stand against cancer. Isa Baza has more.
It's the color of hope, and today purple was splashed along walls and dawned on thousands of students and teachers. Dora Santos Bloss is the parent-teacher treasurer at Carbolito Elementary.
And today is Purplelicious Day here at Carbolito. Earlier had First Lady Christine Calvo come to our school, and that's because we're gearing up towards the Relay for Life.
First Lady Christine Calvo visited roughly a dozen schools this morning as part of the Purplelicious Challenge, a challenge to see which school community would show the most spirit and vigor by wearing purple to promote cancer awareness. 100% of teachers and students at Carbolito participated and made signs such as Paint Your World Purple, Relay for Life, Team Gov Guam, and Celebrate, Remember, and Fight. Aside from these posters, staff also hung up symbolic angels and ribbons to honor those in their school community who have taken on the disease firsthand. But you're a survivor, right?
Yes. This is Caleb Cruz, and we are honoring not just Caleb that is a survivor, but also our fighters and those that we've lost.
At 7 years old, second grader Caleb Cruz has bravely fought and won his bout with cancer.
And we say it is every day because we are thankful for students like Caleb Cruz and all those that are around in our lives.
There are at least 2 students and 3 teachers at Carbolito that have survived cancer, as well as many others who continue to fight the disease. Relay for Life takes place this May and is the largest annual event that raises both awareness and funds to help those with cancer on island. For more information on the event, you can visit relayforlife.org. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Issa, thanks so much. Well, let's move to other island news headlines now. As after concerns were raised by senators that the 2016 Festival of Pacific Arts events manager may be circumventing government procurement, Chairman for the FESPAC Organizing Committee, Nate DeKnight, met with Attorney General Elizabeth Barrett Anderson this week to seek her opinion. The AG stated that her office reviewed and approved the procurement and contract. She added the contract allows for the private contractor to procure needed goods and services without undergoing additional procurement processes. Festival Director Rose Ramsey said because the issue was raised, it took time away from festival preparations, adding, quote, "We cannot afford these distractions with the festival only weeks away and the first of the dignitaries expected to arrive in a little over a month." She also said, "We understand that people are going to have questions and we'll do our best to ensure we get answers to them so we can move forward and hopefully work in unison to make Guam proud." Well, in celebration of now 35 years of service to the regional and global defense of our island and country, a special proclamation was signed in honor of Air Force Reserve Week. Major Michael Meadow is commander of the 44th Aerial Port Squadron and says they are the largest aerial port in all of the Air Force Command.
We as reservists, we report directly to the President of the United States. So we provide a capability that's important to this region as well as the rest of the world. But when you talk about the Air Force, you know the active duty and you know the Guard. But we want to also stand up and show that we are here, we are present, and we're always going to be around.
More than 200 members of our community are part of the island's Air Force Reserve families. Let's stay with military headlines as Lieutenant Colonel Michael Tuffer III is the new commander of the Guam Army National Guard's 105th Troop Command, the only brigade-level command within the local Guard. He takes over command from Colonel Robert Crisostomo, who was assigned the position 2.5 years prior. Tuffer is the Guam Guard's largest ever unit, and he led that during a deployment to Afghanistan in 2013. Now, Lieutenant Colonel Timothy Punzan replaces Lieutenant Colonel Audie Artero as commander of the Guam Air National Guard's 254th Air Base Group. She served as commander for the past 2.5 years with the 254th Air Base Group established in 1986 and currently having about 63 members. They're tasked to train, equip, and exercise command for 4 subordinate units. In other news tonight, the operations of local distributor Market Wholesale have moved over to Pepsi Guam. The 2 Kaval enterprise companies will eventually be consolidated, with Assistant GM Patrick Hines saying they will absorb most of Market Wholesale's product lines.
Basically, you're taking 2 kind of mid-sized companies, combining them into one, creating greater efficiencies, and we cover most of the same customers, so it just makes sense. I think it's going to be very good for both entities. It's going to make us both a little bit stronger, and I think the customers will see that very, very quickly.
Market Wholesale distributes food, snacks, and various household goods. A few of the product lines were already absorbed by Payless and Midpack, also part of Calvo Enterprises. Almost all staffers have transferred to Pepsi or other sister companies. Well, the Westin Resort Guam wants you to sleep in for World Sleep Day today. General Manager Harrison Cho says they have their signature Heavenly Bed and Sleep Well menu items on display to remind guests about the benefits of quality shut-eye. The hotel is participating in the annual event to raise awareness of a global epidemic that threatens the health and quality of life for almost half the world's population. For more information, visit worldsleepsociety.org. Now, speaking of the Westin Resort, they're going dark to shine a light on climate change. Saturday night, the Tumon Hotel will turn off lights for 1 hour starting at 8:30 p.m. in celebration of Earth Hour 2016. The general manager says they've been participating since 2009.
They shut off our lights. It's not only the outside light and then signages, but also shutting off the inside non-essential lights.
Lights will be limited to all emergency lights and candlelight as well as glow sticks. Also participating in tomorrow's awareness event will be newly crowned Miss Earth Guam 2016 Gloria Nelson and Miss Air Guam Kiana Artero. Well, Chris Barnett is on deck, and up next he gets you ready for PXC 52. That's coming up.
Sunday barbecues are better when there's more than enough bandwidth to share. Sign up for GTA Fiber to the Neighborhood today and enjoy faster internet on more devices. GTA, your island, your faster fiber network.
Shell's Million Miles giveaway is back, and we're giving 100,000 United Mileage Plus miles to 10 lucky winners. So how do you make your getaway? Just use your Lucky 7 card when you fuel up with 7 gallons or more, and you're automatically entered to win. Fuel up at your nearest Shell station today and start planning your new adventure. No purchase necessary. Some conditions apply. See stores for details.
Building the only trucks with the best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, and best payload takes guts. Overcoming any obstacle, that's the glory. Get a great deal on the trucks that give you both during Ram Truck Month.
Hafaday, the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association, is celebrating its annual Charity Ball Fund Drive at the Hyatt Regency Guam Grand Ballroom on Saturday, April 23, 2016. This year's theme is Action Meets Compassion, Changing Lives. Please join us and help us raise funds to create an environment for healing and recovery for every patient.
What AutoSpot in-house financing means to you is 3 simple benefits to buying a car: lower interest rates, flexible financing, and lower monthly payments. Yes, AutoSpot in-house financing brings mainland programs for island living. Whether you want to finance your new GMC, Buick, or Mitsubishi, AutoSpot can help you find the right monthly payment to fit your budget. Click on GuamAutospot.com or call 478-AUTO. You'll be amazed what we can do. Visit us today.
Hafaday Guam Fiesta Friday, and thanks for joining me. My name is Chris Barnett, and a big, huge show. It's got to be big because we always go big on Friday. So let's get right to it. Our Dial Rent to Own Athlete of the Week. All right, here the beautiful Dial Rent to Own in Dedido for our Dial Rent to Own Athlete of the Week. And this week, our Athlete of the Week, yep, a familiar face here in high school boys basketball. Our McDonald's Player of the Game and boys basketball Finals MVP from the John F. Kennedy Islanders, Billy Belger. Billy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Louis from Dial Rento, my man, I know you got a special message for our Athlete of the Week.
Oh, yeah, congratulations on being Dial Rento Owns Athlete of the Week. Who would you like to present this check to?
I would like to donate this to our JFK Athletic Department.
There you go. Maybe get some more basketballs.
Yeah, probably.
Nice. So, Billy, let's just kind of recap what an amazing season for you guys. Defending champs. I mean, everybody and their mother was gunning for you this year. And somehow, I mean, we know why. Just through stellar play throughout the regular season and the finals, you guys are able to come out on top again. How big was that for you this year? And just if you could, just describe the season for us.
It was great, but throughout the season, we had a lot of ups and downs, and we ended up arguing with each other, but we fought it through, and then we came up to the top, and then we won.
Nice. So, you know, a lot of seniors on that squad, 4 of your starting 5 seniors going out. What message you want to give to the underclassmen who are stepping up to fill you guys' shoes?
They're just going to have to keep working hard, and just hopefully they can hold it down next year.
From the beautiful Dial Rento and Dedido, our Athlete of the Week, Billy Belger.
KUAM Sports Athlete of the Week is brought to you by...
And now, fight fans, let's recap our official fight card for PXC 52. Jose Ramirez, 156 pounds, takes on Frank Mena, 157 pounds. Scotty Eclavea, 126 pounds versus Saipan's Jordan Manglotnia at 123 pounds. Tony Regis returns to face Peekaboo Shane Alvarez of Saipan, both fighters at 135. The Hedgehog, Josh Alvarez, takes on Japan's Yutaro Muramoto at 125 pounds. The Boom is back as Kyle Regis takes on Australia's Rory O'Connell at featherweight. Knockout artist Kai Kara Don't Blink France, 126 pounds, takes on Filipino slugger Crisanto Pitunge at 128 pounds. Guam's Tessa Simpson makes her Guam fight debut against Japan's Sarami Takano at an atom weight of 105 pounds. Trevin Jones continues his title hunt as he faces Jeremiah the Kid Labiano at bantamweight. And in the last fight of the night, roll out the big boys as Rocky Martinez, 237 pounds, takes on Japan's Oban Takaaki, 243 pounds. The Guam National Olympic Committee presents 5 Guam athletes with Olympic scholarships for the 2016 Games in Rio. Now, the scholarships from the International Olympic Committee are to assist elite athletes nominated by respective National Olympic Committees, or NOCs, with a focus on athletes and NOCs with the greatest needs. Now, awarded scholarships were for canoeing, Raina Taitingfong; for swimming, Jagger Stevens; Ben Schultz; for swimming; for wrestling, Mialani Aquino; and Joey Lopez Jr., or Jolo, as he's affectionately called by his wrestling buddies. Now, according to GNOC President Rick Blas, athletes will receive a monthly stipend to assist with airfare, competition-related qualifiers, room and board, and other incidental costs. Call it all bowlers! Nothing But Net is kicking off Easter break, hosting the first ever Elite Skills Camp Monday at the Agate Gym. Now, the camp for boys and girls ages 5 to 18 is Nothing But Net's inaugural basketball skills event. Fundamentals covering shooting, dribbling, passing, teamwork for beginners and for advanced players, dynamic scoring, triple threat, pick and rolls, and my favorite, reading defenses. Hey, you got to be able to read the D to get the O.
At Nothing But Net Guam, we're hosting our first annual Elite Skills Basketball Camp. We are going to be hosted at Agate Gym from 8 to 5, the 21st to the 25th of March. We are split up into 3 sessions. You can come 8 a.m. to noon, and that's one session. Second session, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Third option session is all day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., and that's including lunch, and every camper and athlete gets a free t-shirt.
Now, the camp will feature Spencer Ross, EuroLeague player, former All-American and former National Player of the Year.
The Benet Guam has some of Guam's top skills trainers. We managed to get a team of great coaches, Josh, myself, a couple of professionals in Kirk Long and Spencer Ross, former National Player of the Year. And we just want to give back to the community and take the game of basketball on Guam to another level.
All right. Hey, to close the show, I just want to wish all the athletes competing in the Special Olympics this weekend, where Team KUAM will stay posted, bruh. All right. So good luck to all you guys, and we'll see you out there at Ukadu. Remember, anything sports, hit up our sports director, Dave Delgado, show@KUAM.com. That's show without the W, but you know me. I hope you get that W. Keep on shining, Guam. My name is Chris Barnett. Adios.
These used cars are Nissan certified, and let me show you why I stand behind every used car that we sell. First, our certified technicians inspect every used car to make sure it's safe, reliable, and mechanically sound. Then any scratches and dings are given first-class treatment at our body shop. And after thorough detailing inside and out, the car is ready for sale. At a price that's always below Blue Book. That makes Nissan used cars your best buy.
When you come to Chuck E. Cheese's, you can see what's new.
New fun! New games! New cousins!
What's new?
New awesomeness!
Where a kid can't be a kid.
Hey ho, on the road again. Moving on forward. Stones won't break our bones. We're in the car on a highway. It's so magical, I feel that no one's got a home. You're a catalyst to your happiness, you know. This is your home. It's alive. It's pumping down.
In life, we all face different challenges.
Some make you stronger.
Others make you bolder and better. It's all about how you face your race.
The path you take and the steps you make.
Whether you sprint through life
or take a slower pace.
At the 2016 Guam International Marathon,
Whatever challenge you choose,
from start to finish,
it's a one big half-a-day experience.
take the GIM challenge. Register today.
Jones here, and she concludes her 5-part series taking place about Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month.
March is Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month, and this year's theme is Standing and Celebrating Togetherness, Side by Side. Throughout the month, there have been a series of workshops, trainings, and activities. If you wish to know more about the services, organizations, and programs, check out the 22nd Annual Assistive Technology Fair on Saturday, March 19th at the Micronesia Mall Concourse 3 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Carla Torres is from the Guam System for Assistive Technology.
We're going to be there in GSAT with our AT devices for the community to take a look at, but we'll also have over 50 table displays filled with different organizations, service providers that serve people with disabilities and their families. So we invite the community to come out, get to learn these resources and take a look at some assistive technology that can be life-changing.
Then on Thursday, March 31st, the Assistive Technology Center located in Building 20 at the UOG Dean Circle will be holding an open house beginning at 9 a.m.
Our demonstration center is open. People are welcome to come up and take a look at what we have. We also help keep individuals get individuals in touch with vendors if they want to purchase. A lot of that has to be done off island because we just don't have assistive technology vendors on island, and so we're a real good resource for finding things off island.
This is a great opportunity to take a look at some of the incredible AT devices that many don't realize are available.
For example, the U.S. Department of Treasury, they're making new bills. They're coming out with new designs, and if you notice the new $100 bill and the new 20, they're all big. There's variations in color, and this is to assist people who have low vision. Well, they are in the works of revising the $20 bill, but they don't expect that new bill to come out until the year 2020.
For the time being, to accommodate those who are blind or have low vision,
their Bureau of Engraving and Printing is offering a free currency reader to anybody who has a visual impairment. This is a $200 device that they're giving away for free.
Torres said they've assisted several clients do the applications online to obtain the currency readers.
We really do keep abreast of all the resources available and help people come in contact with them and take advantage of that as well.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Gancharfris.
It is time to wish some very special Guamanians happy birthday. These are the newest members of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. And happy birthday right off the top to Tonya Nedadog. Happy birthday, Grandma. Hope you had a blast on this very special day from your kids, your great-grandkids, and your grandkids. Happy 6th birthday goes out to Demas Joseph Cruz from your family. Also, happy birthday today to the very lovely Jody Niralbon. Happy birthday also to Jose Kitutu. Happy birthday, Papa Joe. May you continue to have many more blessings from your family. Also, happy birthday from your familia going out to Sean Jr. Sinicolas. It is a sweet 16 today for Jennifer Indalecio, so happy birthday, Jennifer. And happy birthday to our very own Don Carrasquez. Make sure to register your birthday celebrants online and we will read them right here. All right, and everybody, we do have a birthday winner, and this week's winner of a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream cake is, we just read her, she led off, I should say, today's birthday shout-outs. Antonia Nedadog, whose birthday, of course, was today. Happy birthday once again, and we hope you enjoy your prize. We'll contact you and let you know how you can pick it up. Please stay tuned. Fiesta Friday is next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.
Hafana, and welcome to Fiesta Friday, everybody. I'm Jason Salas, and we have a wonderful show lined up for you tonight. We are going to talk to our friends from RE/MAX Diamond Realty and find out about how you can possibly go from a renter to a home buyer. Stay tuned because that is coming up next. But first, the Youth for Youth Conference is in its 26th year right now, and we have Sarah and Jan here. We are going to find out all about this event. Hafa to you both.
Hi.
Okay, so Sarah, tell us about the conference this year. Maybe some people have attended past conferences. Maybe they were former youth who are now adults and everything. What can we expect?
The conference this year, it is comprised of many people from the region and locally. We have people coming from them being in Youth for Youth and them not being Youth for Youth. It's just going to be one big melting pot of fun. That's
That's
how I describe it.
Well, Jan, what can we expect to see and do?
Well, you're going to be put into family groups and workshops, and there's going to be keynote speakers where you're going to listen to, and they're just going to talk about important topics that you can learn from. So yeah.
Okay, so typically every year the Youth for Youth conference tends to address topical issues that are affecting island youth and everything like that. Is there one or more major issues that you guys are hitting on this year?
Yes, for our 3 conference days, we have alcohol, underage drinking prevention, suicide prevention, and what's our last one?
There's Tobacco 101.
Tobacco 101.
Okay, and those unfortunately are recurring themes.
Yes.
But hopefully they're driving them down, and youth won't abuse certain substances every year and everything like that. So you guys are making a difference.
Yeah.
As are your predecessors.
Yes.
How many are you expecting to come out?
This year, we're expecting about 300 people or 300 kids.
That's a good sized crowd.
Yes.
And again, it's not just kids from Guam and everything like that.
Yeah, it's the region.
From other islands just coming in.
How is it that you guys get input from, not only your peers here on the island where you guys can actually identify, because say we go to the same school, or, we're both Guamanians, but you also get input from people from like our sibling islands right here within the region?
So during conference, what we do is we have evaluations. So during this whole mastermind of a conference, we use those evaluations from past conferences. So when during the conference, we'll give them an eval, like how was your conference experience? Did you like this? What did you want more of? What did you want less of? Just to get their input and make conference better for them.
Okay. Well, if people would like to attend, like, can an old guy like me attend as well?
It's more for the youth.
Okay.
Really.
Oh man, I guess not. Well, I guess we'll use our benefit as the medium. We'll make sure to go there and cover it for you. So, but that is pretty cool. You guys are keeping it for youth by youth at least.
Yes.
Yeah. So no outside influences from like old timers like myself.
But you can be there for support.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Yeah. Very good. We'll make sure to do that for you. Okay. So how can your fellow peers register?
Oh well, you can go to school counselors and they can give you a registration form. But we also have this competition online for Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, where if you post a picture of yourself and use the hashtag #TheGoodLifeWithYFY, and you just explain what the good life is to you, we're going to choose a winner from each category and give them a free registration.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So are you guys in need of any help at this point to put the conference together?
At this point, we're pretty set. We just want a lot of people to come because, of course, we are the youth and we're doing it for the youth. And our conference would honestly not be possible without all of the students here on Guam and all of the students in the region.
Okay, so before we hit to our first commercial break, when is it, what time, and where is it?
It's April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at the Hyatt.
Nice venue.
Yeah. Yes.
Congratulations for getting the Hyatt. That's a great venue to have.
We've been with them for the past years.
Yeah, and it's a great place to have a conference.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Because at conference, we occupy the big ballroom and then the small ballrooms on the top. So we take up that whole area.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations and good luck to you both. And
Thank you.
As well as your group. All right. Please stay tuned, everybody. We are back right after this.
This program is brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
You know the rules. Eggs and sausage, hotcakes and butter. Morning fare, right? Well, McDonald's has thrown away those rules and opened a new world of possibilities. Now you're free to start enjoying the breakfast you love anytime you wish.
No way.
Yes way. Introducing McDonald's new all-day breakfast menu. Once you changed how you ate breakfast. It's time to start changing when.
While hundreds of homeless seek shelter every day, when memories fade like old photographs, and families struggle to care for loved ones with special needs, as young children are caught in the storm of abuse and neglect, we are there. For over 30 years, we have helped Guam's victims of life when there was nowhere else to turn. You can help too by giving $1 a month. God bless you.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
House to Home, brought to you by Remax Diamond Realty.
We have a fun thought experiment for you this week on House to Home. Deanna Palmer is here, and we are getting right into it because, Deanna, you are going to educate and get everybody on your way of thinking, which is why, if you are renting, you want to actually own your own home. And I am more than willing to play the role of the contrarian, because I have always rented. I've always been like steadfastly, you know, I don't mind renting. I realize there's an equity benefit that I do not realize, but my thing is, if something bigger, better comes along, I want to be able to pack up and move at a moment's notice. So that's where I'm coming from. Can you switch me and convert me?
Okay, let's try. Okay,
Sure.
so a couple of pieces of information first is, of course, you're going to probably get a mortgage, and there are choices in types of mortgages that you can get. Most people get a 30-year mortgage to have their monthly payment be as low as possible. I do recommend doing that. You can always pay a mortgage off early by making additional payments. And so it can either be bi-monthly, you know, you just make a little bit more, $150 more a month, and it changes that 30-year mortgage into like a 20-year or a 15-year mortgage. Another way to think about it is, if you get above a certain level of income each year and you want to do the longer tax return, if you talk to your CPA, they'll say you don't have enough deductions to do the long form. Just do the short form. You get enough money. It's easy. It's fast. And you get your return now. Yay. But if you have a mortgage, you have an interest deduction. And that first year, let's say your mortgage payments are, what's your rent right now?
I pay $800.
So $800. Yeah. So of $800 a month, that's really good.
Yeah.
For where you're living.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you know you can afford it. So obviously it's a good number for you. You might be surprised at what the bank would tell you that you could get for a loan. It would be probably significantly higher than $800 a month, but it's a choice. You don't have to spend more than that. So looking at investing in yourself, gaining equity in the property, plus the increase in value that the property would have down the road, it's a way to make your money earn you more money, okay? Instead of just putting it in the bank at whatever the interest rates are right now, 0.5% or something, which is nothing, doesn't keep up with inflation, none of that. Real estate does. So amortization is what happens with a mortgage. And so you have a loan amount and interest, but amortization bumps that interest into the front of the loan. So the first 5 years that you're making mortgage payments is mostly interest. So if you're paying $800 to $1,000 a month, your first full year of mortgage payments are going to be, depending upon interest rate, it's an estimate, probably $9,000 to $11,000-ish of a tax deduction on your taxes. So what that means is your taxable income is lowered. So you save in taxes. So you save So if you're paying a lot into your tax, having a lot taken out of your paycheck towards your taxes, it's a way to get more money every month because you're not going to have it for your taxes.
And again, there is the equity that I'm not realizing right now.
Right
so
now until later.
Should I get another car loan if I want to go back to school and everything like that? That bodes in my favor.
Yeah, it does. When you start thinking about buying, you want to not have a lot of other payments, because the banks look at your income, and of your income, of your gross income, so before the taxes and all that, you can have a mortgage payment equal to up to 29% of your gross income. So let's just use easy numbers, that if you made $100,000, 29% would be you could have a mortgage payment of $2,900 a month, which would buy you a home of probably over $600,000.
Now, may I interject for a moment, because I understand the thing about multiple forms of income and stuff like that. And I know you're not, a wealth management advisor and everything.
Just saying basic numbers.
Yeah, you're on the realty side.
Yeah.
However, we generally know that when it comes to investing in yourself and managing your own portfolio, you want to have a certain amount of securities, a certain amount of cash on hand, and then a certain amount of real estate. Should I go this route? Because I already invest in my own retirement. I have an IRA and a 401k, and I do some stuff with the stock market. Should I shift that towards more real estate type of stuff, or how do I kind of
it depends
manage
upon
my portfolio now?
It depends upon what you're doing with your portfolio. Many money managers say to do both, so that you're diversifying your portfolio.
Sure. Okay.
So on your...
I'll probably have to scale back on the amount of money that I dump into the stock market right now. Yeah.
Right. So, and depending upon how you're doing. But I took your
I
800...
thought Zynga was really going to pay off. Man, those guys. Social games. Huh.
So I took your 800 a month and just did principal interest, not mortgage insurance or anything. It means that you could purchase a home at 100% financing of $167,000.
Which is a nice place on Guam.
So
that's a decent place.
It's not a big house, but it's a condo. And some condos, you can't get a fixed rate mortgage. So, there's some more information about condos. But so what that tells me is that for a payment of about $1,000 a month, if I just plug in $1,100 a month payment, it turns that loan amount into $230,000, which that's actually a really nice little starter home.
Yeah.
I did a search this afternoon, on homes for sale right now between $185,000 to $225,000 on Guam. No villages. 45 listings came up. 30 of them are taken already. So there's only 15 left. That market right now is really moving quickly.
That's a hot market.
It's really selling a lot. So if you're in that price range, you need to start paying attention to what's available.
Well, tell you what, where can our viewers find out more information, or how can they contact you? Because I'm not saying I'm jumping over to that side of the fence just yet, but I am intrigued. And it is worth consideration.
It's a numbers thing.
Yeah.
You need to look at all the numbers.
Speaking of numbers, what is yours so people can contact you for more information?
688-2855. The office number is 479-9532.
The most 7 important numbers, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like more information. Deanna, thank you so much.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
We're going to talk about this some more, because now I'm intrigued.
Good.
All right. You please be intrigued for what's coming up after this commercial break.
A beautiful, healthy smile is an expression of confidence. The more confident you are about your smile, the more likely you are to fully express your feelings
without having to worry about the way your teeth look.
Before cosmetic dentistry, I didn't smile as much. I didn't have the confidence, and it shows. And since I've had cosmetic dentistry done, I feel 10 times more confident. I make my initial introduction with a nice big smile and a handshake, and I just, feel like it really is a relationship builder, a nice warm smile, and it makes the clients and customers feel more comfortable with you, feeling confident, and they feel that you're not just there for business, that you're also there kind of as a friend as well. So, I mean, it's amazing how powerful a smile can be. A good smile.
Since your smile makes a significant impression on those around you, it is important that it makes the impression you want it to make.
Welcome back, my friends, to Fiesta Friday. Now, earlier in the week, we told you about the Guamanian magazine, a beautifully and well-written publication that is new to the island, just put out. So we brought in the editor-in-chief to tell us all about it, what it takes to put it together, and what it means for the island. And we went no further than our own newsroom because Mr. Nestor Lecanto is the editor-in-chief, so yeah. I will pass that on to you. And
thank you, Jason.
Certainly not the first time you've held it in your hand, but I must say, how does it feel? You've written for print media for many, many years. You've been obviously involved with broadcast for a lot longer than that. How does it feel to actually have something tangible in your hand that you saw when it was just a conceptual idea?
It feels good. This would be my first effort at editing a magazine. I've written for print, as you mentioned before, and of course for TV over the years. But yeah, it feels great. And you always get a little nervous about how it's going to turn out, and but I think we're pretty pleased with the first issue.
And I know the demographic which it targets. You said it is from the publishers of Uno, and each kind of has their own distinct audience to which each caters. So who does this appeal to?
Well, actually, when E.J. Calvo, who is the publisher of the magazine,
Sure.
publisher of Uno, he's been very successful. The magazine has been very successful over the past, I think it's been 6-7 years. And so he came up with an idea to provide a similar sort of magazine for a little bit older crowd, maybe a more established. And as you get older,
Guys our age.
your priority, your priorities change, your interests change, and they evolve. So that's what this is basically. This is kind of like an Uno for the older demographics taste, and so that's our challenge. Each issue. It's a bi-monthly publication. So each issue we try to come up with topics and articles and just elements of the magazine that would appeal to an older sort of demographic.
And I've been through the first issue. Well done. It's a true triumph. I mean, the photography is beautiful. The articles are incredibly well put together. The theme carries throughout the magazine and everything. It's gorgeous to look at.
Well, thank you. Yeah. It's it's a business, politics, culture, lifestyle magazine. So it's a general kind of interest magazine.
Now I can basically hear about maybe 300,000 Guamanians, both here and in the States, yelling at me from the other side of the camera saying, okay, where can we get this? So on which newsstands can they pick up a copy?
Okay, it's available everywhere. Uno is available. I think it's the oh God.
I think we were saying Circle K,
correct, yeah.
Payless, bestseller. Can you tell I've read your web story several times?
Yeah.
So
Right.
so basically everywhere Uno is found, which is basically almost everywhere on the island. So
Right, yeah.
you've canvassed the entire island. And what are some of the topics that you'll be investigating? Because again, it's not just putting a cool series of articles to have on a coffee table. You're also doing you're bringing your own expertise in storytelling and journalism to this to tell very compelling stories.
Yeah, we have a regular editorial meetings to try and gauge what's of interest to the public. Next issue, one of our main features is going to be the restoration of Hagatna, our capital city. There is actually a committee that the governor has impaneled to go over how to redevelop again into a more of a true capital city where there's a lot more features. I think the Guam Museum is part of that, the legislative building, and there's just going to be a whole lot of new elements to the city that's going to be good for both residents and visitors. So we wanted to explore that. We wanted to explore, the mindset of the committee and what their goal is in revamping. And there's going to be something for everybody. I think, like for the marina, for example, the long-term plan is to develop that into something that you'd find in big cities across the United States, like the San Francisco Wharf, for example, where there's a dock for a cruise ship, there's hotels, there's restaurants, a walkway, that sort of thing. So they're coming up with all kinds of different ideas to make Agana, a place where people would want to come, because over the years, Agana, once it's 5 o'clock and all the workers, it's pretty much deserted. So I think that's the whole idea behind.
And you blink twice and you'll miss it as you pass through. Like one moment you're in Anigua, the other moment you're in Tamuning if you're heading north.
Right, and historically, Agana was the kind of the center of commerce and gatherings and stuff, and so I think they want to kind of revitalize it. Yeah, so and that's one of our stories.
And aside from the print version, there is also a complementary digital component that goes along with it.
Yeah, and we're in the process of developing that the online presence, as you say, which you're an expert in. You probably know a whole lot more about that than I do. So that's something that I have to also get immersed in. But yeah, we plan to have that as well.
Okay, now final question before we let you out of here and going to work on issue 2, which I'm sure you're well in the middle of right now.
Yeah.
We work in TV, and this natural medium, we're so beholden to time, and we've only got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to tell a story, which most of the time is not an adequate amount of time to actually say something. How does it feel to actually have like a little bit more leeway and maybe say, okay, we want 4,000 words or something like that, and maybe over a longer form be able to like express a thought or interview somebody and kind of like have a conversation?
Yeah, and that's a good point, because each medium has its advantages and disadvantages and its role. I mean, like radio is for immediacy, TV is the words and the pictures, and print newspaper is for maybe a longer story, more information, and magazine is a little bit more than that. I mean, we can dedicate 5,000 words to it if the story warrants that. So it's a little bit different for me writing for magazines than for television, because television is more down and dirty. You got to get that all in and all that information in about 90 seconds. This we have the benefit, and as editor, I can also adjust the length of the article. So yeah, it's different, but it's not as easy as you might think. I mean, it's trying to use all of the material is always the most difficult thing, because there's so much good material, and you got to pick and choose which you're going to put into the story and the angle that you take.
All right. Well, congratulations on issue 1, and best of luck. You've got all of us waiting for issue 2 with bated breath and everything, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Another notch on Nestor's already considerable LinkedIn profile. He now has editor-in-chief of a magazine. Well done. All right. Please stay tuned. We're back after this.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your 4th meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
Dancing, it's a form of art, vibrant, moving, evolving. With every move, every step, every rhythm, behind every dance is a story of who I am, who we were, and who we are as a community, as Pacific Islanders at the 2016 Festival of the Pacific Arts.
I will share my story.
Ruby Tuesday now gives you more for lunch. Endless trips to the Fresh Garden Bar, plus add-ons, mini combinations, and even new meal options. It's the new lunchtime menu, available Monday to Friday until 2 p.m., only at Ruby Tuesday.
Building the only trucks with the best fuel economy, best towing, best torque, and best payload takes guts. Overcoming any obstacle That's the glory. Get a great deal on the trucks that give you both during Ram Truck Month.
We are going to send you into your island weekend the right way by giving you some amazing music from the incredibly talented Austin Saralou. Here's a performance that he had in studio this morning for Live Local Fridays right here in Harmon. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Tutinai tomorrow Saburi Americano Uneti au sabunetu Sopa kaila sasnya Upentaga purilumu Agagata na maritu Lasas buatilung Mampusti tumilung O asuhaw na'y hawli Ay kipindeha Oguhame chachaki Sa tiyo sumundo usa Sa mampusaw Nanido sa Ay kipindeha Oguhame chachaki Sa tiyo sumundo usa Sa mampusaw Nanido sa May soda, Briandan Fiesta, Watu Pauna Bumota, Tamulinya Nasintora, Malepa Hauni Costumbre, Kantoru Hiling Wahi, Lasas Buatilum, Mampusti Tumilum, Oasu Haunai Hauli, Ahi Kipindeha. Oguhama chachaki Sa tiyo sumundo usa Sa mampusaw Nanido sa Ay kitindeha Oguhama chachaki Sa tiyo sumundo usa Sa mampusaw Nanido sa.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E.